Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is great, 9.5 out of 10, one of the best to ever do it. If you disagree, get a life. Okay, bye, see ya. 2023 came to a close along with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 ending as well. And it was a doozy. And I mean that for almost every aspect of the show. The workers over at MAPPA metaphorically and quite literally put their heart and souls into their work. Some of them as a consequence even put their livelihoods on the line to get the word out. I'll get to that bit later. It really did just get better and better as the story went on. And with that there are so many top tier moments that the fandom will forever argue as to which singular one takes the crown. The hidden inventory and Shibuya incident arc tells viewers how the current strongest sorcerer Satoru Gojo came to be and what happens to the Jujutsu world when you take him out of the equation. And to answer the latter part of that sentence, it brews chaos. In the end, the good guys over at Jujutsu High lost, badly. But even then, a few of the villains got cast aside as well. The only ones who came out on top in the end were Fake Geto and Sukuna, with an asterisk. Yuji is effectively back where he started in his Jujutsu Sorcerer's journey, except now he has an astronomical proxy kill count, giving the Jujutsu Sorcerer higher-ups the reason they needed to go forward with the execution now that Gojo is gone. But the way they got to the end point is probably one of the best series of anime showcasing in modern shonen. The Bleach team at Studio Pierrot are probably scratching their heads right now. They might have broken the very ceiling that the third part of Bleach was meant to break in the coming spring. Fights, emotional set pieces, hype moments and all. So what are the downsides of this season? Nobara got done pretty dirty. Strong argument for it being unfair as well. But here's my take on this. Nobara had to be subbed out just as much as Gojo, if not maybe more. Think about it. Her cursed doll technique allows her straw doll to be a substitute for her enemy. Then bam, she can shank them with her nails or have their skull caved in with her hammer. This can be done so long as she has a piece of them attached to the doll. Fake Geto aside, who so happens to have pieces of them scattered in the form of cursed objects? The menace himself. Gege Akutami would have been writing himself into a real big plot hole if she stuck around. But yes, the argument about female characters getting good representation has now been taken down a notch or two now that she's been X'd out indefinitely. Though for better or worse, this season has brought out a ton of content into the world since the prime of the Big 3 era. You got episode by episode reviews, breakdowns, power scaling, character profiling, theories, visual analysis, audio analysis, and this shitty video, whatever it falls down to. A review? Rant? I don't know. A lot of high quality stuff about this series for fans to express their love for it and others to sink their teeth into. It's just a shame that many of us can't enjoy the anime fully to our heart's content with the real big downer about the show this season. The studio's animator working conditions. Like, the more I enjoyed it, the greater the regret hits when I remember the leaks popping up on my Twitter feed. Now, I understand that these workers might be the better paid employees at face value compared to other animators at other studios. However, employees coming out with tweets about the working conditions, disregarding the NDA they signed along with their contracts, that's still kind of poor crowd control on MAPPA's part. Setting the precedent with the animation quality and stuff is cool and all, but now they've witnessed that their way of operating might not cut it anymore, or rather it's not sealing shut any complaints going out for fans to see. So to keep it simple, here's two options: change the schedule and conditions or pay workers more. The former option is obvious: less stress leads to less complaints, but with inflation being at its highest in nearly a decade, that may or may not solve the other issue, leading to the second option: giving the animators more money when we all know the company can. Almost has a high chance of complaints going away for a year or so. Then if there are still quote-unquote whiners about, there might be a slight argument that they're in the wrong. Though considering that this sort of practice has been going on for years, anime studios probably don't care about the propaganda so long as it doesn't affect the revenue. If data analysts notice a chink somewhere that can cause problems for them in the future, maybe they're already working on a compromise to make the controversy become an afterthought. The so-called line has already been crossed by some workers despite knowing the ramifications for spilling the beans. Let things carry on and it could turn into chaos, though I'm just rambling right now. It's just interesting to think about MAPPA going forward, considering they wasted no time announcing that they're working on the next season, the Culling Games arc. I just thought I'd throw my 2 cents on the matter, but for now, this is where I'll be ending the video. What are your thoughts on this season? Did the production or issue leaks ruin your viewership? Do you think MAPPA should do something about their workload, or is it just propaganda at work here? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. See ya!